If you're looking for a high quality compact Android 5 smartphone, the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact might be for you. I've got the Z5 here, the Bond phone, and there's a little size comparison. In this video I'm going to give you the results of our lab tests from the Notebookcheck full review, which you'll find on the website. I'm going to give you some information on the screen, battery life, performance, camera, and a few other bits and pieces. If you get something out of this video, don't forget to like it as a little feedback to us. And if you want notifications of upcoming videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and enable email notifications. But right now we'll take a closer look at the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact. So the first thing I want to do is just give you a few of these specs. They're up on the screen there, the basic specs. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 810, so we've got a fairly high-end processor inside. If you're wanting to use MHL over USB, that is supported as well. Mirror link, screen mirroring, Miracast as well. So, and plus, don't forget NFC, DLNA. There's a lot of features inside the Xperia Z5 Compact. It supports LTE, of course, and we're talking about a weight here of just 138 grams, and of course quite compact with that 4.6 inch 1280 by 720 screen. There's 32 gigs of storage inside. 20.6 gigs of that was available when we booted up the phone, but you can expand that using micro SD up to a claimed 200 gigabytes. At 8.9 millimeters thick, it's slightly thicker than the Z5, and the other difference is that the casing is out of plastic and not metal, but it's a very high quality plastic all round and feels really nice. Full black screen there, and nice clean build all round. No creaks, no squeaks, no problems with any of the casing that we found. There's the USB port with MHL support and obviously a microphone there. You can't actually see them, but there are two very small slots for the, slats for the loudspeakers, and the loudspeakers are nice and loud on this. In fact, the loudspeakers are very high quality. Camera button, volume up and down, which is maybe a little bit abnormal to have it down there for some people, and a big power button there. On the top you get a headphone port and the other microphone port, and on the other side, if we open this up, apart from the lanyard port there, we've got micro SD and micro SIM card slot. So as well as Miracast, NFC, DLNA support, mirror link, the USB port, Bluetooth 4.1 and plus support, we checked out the GPS, and the GPS seemed to be pretty good in terms of performance and responsiveness. We've got some details on our full review about the GPS, so if you need more about the GPS, check out the full review. So there's a 23 megapixel Exmor RS camera sensor in here, which really is giving some excellent results. Obviously you'll find sample photos on our review, but one of the things I can mention is that autofocus is extremely quick on this, and that really speeds up taking of photos. Now a word on the screen. The display is good. Okay, it's 1280 by 720, and that might be one of your issues. You might want a full HD screen, but let me give you some more performance figures or test results figures on the screen. 547 maximum middle brightness, which is a really good score. If we look at the color accuracy, 7.37 and 8.39 deltas, color and grayscale respectively. Not the best in class. The iPhone 6s is a little bit better, and the OnePlus 2 and Samsung Galaxy S6 are more accurate on their colors. There's a contrast ratio of 1013, so the blacks on this, despite that really black looking screen, are not as black as on some of the other flagship devices. Onto some performance scores, starting with Geekbench 3. The Z5 Compact is about 40% faster than the old Z3 Compact, so a good performance boost there. Let's get on to PC Mark for Android and compare it to the OnePlus 2. The OnePlus 2 is 5% more powerful than the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact, but both of them up there with good performance results. A couple of performance test results for you from web browser. Sunspider 1.0, the Xperia Z5 coming with 566 milliseconds. That's not bad, but it certainly doesn't get anywhere close to the iPhone 6s and the Galaxy S6, which are both much faster than the Z5. Sorry. If we switch to Octane V2, again a similar story with the iPhone 6s at nearly 3 times as fast as the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact. But 5691 isn't a bad score for Octane V2. We tested temperature under load with the Xperia Z5 Compact. Saw a maximum of 40.4 on the middle left front there, 39.9 at the back, which isn't too bad. Under idle, everything nice and cool. As I said, loudspeaker is really quite nice, although of course no bass in there. Now for your battery life figures. Idle 37 hours 29 minutes. It's a difficult one to quantify, really. It depends on screen brightness and many other aspects of the phone. But let's go to Big Buck Bunny H.264 1080p at 150 nits. Fairly standard test of hours. 8 hours 45 minutes, so not quite as much as the iPhone 6s, but this is a smaller phone, and certainly not as much as the Z3 Compact of last year, which scored even twice as much as the Z5 Compact under this H.264 load. There's stamina mode, and ultra stamina mode, and low battery mode. You'll have to play with all those settings, but they do various things like turn off background data, turn off background activity as well. Overall, the battery life isn't huge, but this is a compact device, and there's certainly enough there for most people. I don't think we've ever had such a long list of pros on a device on the review channel yet, but there it is. There's that list, and it's a good list. So let's just go to the contras now. The camera quality by low light is not that great. There's also a little bit of a blue tint in the display that might not be to some people's liking, and of course that display isn't a full HD display. Bottom right positioning of the volume button might catch a few people out, and in terms of price, and street pricing is now about €499 in Europe, but of course it's really up to you to decide whether this fits your bill and whether this is the right price for you. So it's quite an expensive compact device, but certainly a very good compact device. Sony Xperia Z5 Compact scoring 89% in our review, and our full review, and that's an excellent score for any smartphone. This is a €499 smartphone. That you'll need to take into consideration. You'll also need to take into consideration the screen resolution. If you're looking for a full HD screen resolution, this doesn't have it, but actually this is such a good device all round that it may be worth considering that anyway. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you want notifications of the next video, which is probably going to be the Bond phone, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.